Big Bad Iga wild on tour, going for her fourth straight title in Doha. And that's going to be the longest active championship streak on the main tour. As always, this video is brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use to Fair Dealing and the Digital Millennium Act. Now, being a coach of athletics, one thing I like to look for when I watch competitive sports is the strategy. What are the players doing to win matches and gain an advantage over their opponent? We're going to take a look here, guys. Iga Swiatek, Elena Rybakina, the head-to-head in favor of Elena Rybakina coming into this on the professional tour. 5-3 for Elena Rybakina. However, if we factor in juniors and exhibition matches, how about 8-5? Elena Rybakina has dominated Iga Swiatek over the years. However, I think the tide is finally starting to turn in this head-to-head matchup. And we're going to break this down here. I'm going to break down some of the things that I've seen recently when Iga faces Elena Rybakina. And we're going to start things off here. Iga Swiatek will get off to a fast start, ladies and gentlemen. And I felt Iga Swiatek played an amazing match, guys. She would get the break right away against Elena Rybakina. And this is one of the things I noticed now. I talked about after winning that 23 French Open, Iga Swiatek, I noticed some changes in her game, right? I noticed she bulked up. I noticed she started working on the deep ball. And I just noticed that year over year, her forehand speed, we saw it improve up to 7-8 miles per hour. She got stronger. She got better. But the range, ladies and gentlemen, the problem when you face Elena Rybakina is she's so strong, her service so powerful, her forehands just so rangy. She can stretch you, and she loves to extend opponents 8 to 10 feet behind the baseline. Look at Iga Swiatek here, guys. Early on in this match, she really set the pace and the tempo and started to dominate. I call Elena Rybakina Bully Bakina. Why do I call her that? Because she's a court bully, right? She takes control of the court, backs her opponents up, Iga Swiatek in particular, and she makes her defenseless. You are defenseless when you're returning 8 to 10 feet behind the baseline. There's nothing you can do. But look at Iga Swiatek, guys. Stepping in on Elena Rybakina's serve. Are you crazy, man? She would take control of the court early, rendering Elena Rybakina defenseless. Now, Elena is one of the taller players on tour. If you can get her on the move, it's very tough for her to stop, get planted, and return with power. I felt Iga Swiatek kept Elena Rybakina off balance this entire match and on the move. Look at her on the move. Now, listen, a lot of people criticize Coco. She makes a lot of her forehand mistakes on the deuce side, right? But the reality here is this. So do most players. That's where most of the forehand mistakes happen. The guys have been watching tennis for a long time. I watch hours of tennis every day. I know where most players make their forehand mistakes. That's a strategy for any player, not just Coco. And I feel just because Coco's so popular, the media, they kind of abuse that. And they're not really being transparent. This is where most ladies make their mistakes. And Elena Rybakina will make a lot of them today, ladies and gentlemen. I do feel when Elena Rybakina would get Iga Swiatek behind the baseline, she was composed. She closed out comfortably. She was never really sweating or under pressure. She was calm in these deep situations, constructing the point. Who's the best coach on tour? Is it Wim Fissette or is it Patrick? Who do you guys think? Because I feel Wim is just getting started. This guy, do you see him in Iga's corner? Do you see Wim in Iga's box? This guy's got a pen. He's got a notepad. He's taking notes. He's so calm. This is a great relationship. I think it's a great addition to Iga Swiatek. Now, I also felt Iga Swiatek did a good job of shortening the court against Elena Rybakina, coming forward and putting away volleys. Iga working on the two-way play. And I said, the addition of Wim, I felt Tomas was by far, with Stefanos, one of the best. One of two, we're talking about the best coaches on tour, without a doubt. But Wim, guys, what he's doing with Iga Swiatek, the defense, the two-way play, Iga looks very comfortable. She looks great. And I just felt this match here, Iga Swiatek was tougher mentally. She was tougher physically. And I'm getting concerned with Elena Rybakina. We are going to take a look at Elena Rybakina a little bit later in this video. So look, buckle your seatbelts, grab some popcorn. We're going to be here for a while. I felt Iga did a good job of keeping Elena Rybakina on the move, making her come vertical, backing her up, making her move horizontally. She was off balance this entire match. Iga looked great, again, coming forward, putting away easy winners. Elena Rybakina, and I say this about Coco a lot, Iga made her move front, back, side to side like a new TikTok dance move or something. Elena Rybakina was here. She was there. She was everywhere. She was all over the place. Iga dominated this matchup, guys. And look, when have you seen Iga Swiatek step in on a serve from Elena Rybakina and just drill it, ladies and gentlemen? Unreal. She is just dissecting everything that Elena Rybakina does well. And I think this head-to-head matchup, I don't see Elena Rybakina beating Iga Swiatek anytime soon. Iga has got her figured out. She's finally turned that page in the book, even though Rybakina still owns the head-to-head on the main tour 5-4 now. It was 5-3 coming into this matchup. I don't see Elena Rybakina beating Iga Swiatek anytime soon. And is she mocking Elena Rybakina with the wristband sweat wipe off? What do you guys think? Listen, now I've covered this in the past. We all know when Elena Rybakina wins a big point, a game, a match, a set, we get the wristband sweat wipe off. Okay, I'm joking, guys. Anyone that I wear sweatbands, wristbands, headbands, that's what they're for, to wipe off the sweat. So no, she's not mocking Elena Rybakina, but maybe she is. I don't know. Look, Iga does that as well, but Elena Rybakina, I just think she's the most consistent with it because she does it so nonchalant. She does it so cool. But guys, let's get into a serious conversation. I'm concerned about Elena Rybakina. I'm not so concerned about Iga Swiatek right now because she's still young. She's still younger than Elena Rybakina. Elena Rybakina is in her mid-20s, guys, and I'm going to ask some serious questions here. Is she going to win another slam? I am concerned, okay? We're talking about one of the best servers in the history of the WTA. She's not even averaging 4 aces per match this year. That concerns me. That's her bread and butter. That is her bread and butter. Now, this is my personal opinion. This is what I feel. I feel the coaches, they're taking it easy on her. I feel the injuries in the past have been a result, not the testimonial issues, but I feel the injuries have been a result of just the stress from just being such a dominant server, her upper body, her shoulders. I feel personally and look, any of you guys that play tennis, you know, when you have serving is exhausting. It will wear your body down. And I just feel a lot of those injuries have been the result of her being so aggressive and dominant on the serve. This is what I think needs to happen with Elena Rybakina because I'm very, very concerned. She's getting in her upper 20s. Your window as a professional athlete to dominate, it's a short window. You have to capitalize when you're in her prime. I felt the drama off court has set her back. Elena Rybakina ended last season losing 5 out of the last 10 matches she played. Yes, I'm counting the exhibitions as well. If you're going to show up, I'm going to count that, okay? Elena Rybakina has lost of her last 23 matches, she's lost 9 of them. She's 14-9 her last 23 matches. Yes, I'm including exhibitions in that as well. What is going on here? Take a look at someone like Coco, who you can say Coco's struggling or not right now with that exit from Marta Kostyuk. But out of Coco's last 25 matches, she's won like 22 of them. Coco's like 22-3 her last 25 matches. Elena Rybakina, her last 23 matches, she's lost 9 of them. I am concerned. She's 10-4 in the year. She's already failed to defend 2 of her championships. I think she's gonna drop out of the top 10. She's got the Porsche Grand Prix to defend. I don't see her winning that. Not if Iga Swiatek's in her bracket. Listen, guys, a lot of this drama that started about 8 years, right around Cincinnati is when the drama really started. And the reality here is it centers around Stefanos. Look, I don't know what's going on in the camp, but why do you get rid of him and then now you want him back? What is that about? And I said this, guys. I said Stefanos by far, he's one of the best coaches on tour. I think he's the best coach when it comes to in-match adjustments. This is me watching her play. He's vocal. He's adamant. He's giving her game plans. He's giving her the strategy to adjust in match. I can see this. I can clearly see him earning his paycheck on the sidelines. This guy's passionate about what he does. Look, I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Only they know in their camp. I don't know. But when we're talking tennis, because that's what this is about, the guy is one of the best coaches I've ever seen. Okay? And I told you, her getting rid of Stefanos that is going to ruin her career. That is not a good look. I watch tennis. That's what I do. I'm watching how elite Elena Rybakina was with Stefanos in her corner. And since he has not been there, she's 14-9. Okay? I told you guys, that is not a good decision. You are firing one of the best coaches that I've seen. All the good things she said about him in interviews in the past, how, he's adamant about, improving her serve. He's on her. He's all the good things she said about him. And now the relationship ends abruptly. And there's so many accusations. I don't know what's going on, okay? Okay? I don't know. And in the words of Elena Rybakina, Pam Sugar, I don't know her. But, that's unprofessional for her to say these things. I've never talked to her. I don't know if the things that Pam are alleging, if any of them are true or even close to being true. I don't know. I'm not going to go there. But she fired him for a reason, right? She won 3 titles with him last year. You're going to fire him after winning a title not even 2 months prior? Why? Why did you fire him? And now you're bringing him back saying that none of those things are true and there's no issues. Well, why did you fire him? So I just felt the firing was premature, possibly. I felt it was wrong if she wants to be a consistent player because we're seeing her struggle. She's averaging less than 4 aces a match, dude. And I do feel, again, a lot of that is them taking it easy on her body because I told you guys when she was blasting the last couple seasons, she was blasting all those. I said, look, her body's going to wear down. She can't continue this rate. I think she's fragile. She's thin. I think her athletic ability is shaky. I think her defense is not good. This is my personal opinion, and I personally feel that Elena Rybakina, she's going to have to bring in a strength and conditioning coach. I think she's going to have to... Look, she's got this far with her physique. I understand that, but the tour is changing. You got players like Coco still growing, who's 20 years old. She's still getting stronger and more physical. Iga's bulking up, getting stronger and more physical. Sabalenka's a beast always. These young ladies are coming up, and that's why I do my top teen prospects list, because these young ladies, they're coming up, and they want fresh blood. The Mira Andreevas of the world, I think that head-to-head is going to change pretty soon between Mira and Elena Rybakina. But again, I'm concerned. Her numbers, Elena Rybakina's numbers aren't good. It really concerns me, So I think Stefanos, whatever happens with that suspension, I think, look, at this point, if you're going to suspend them. I haven't heard words of, we'll talk about Elena's new coach, who's actually good friends with Stefanos she brought. And I think that's a way to speak to her through him. But again, I don't have an update on whether or not, the suspension is concluded or will be finalized, or if he'll be able to return, or I just don't have an update on that situation. The WTA is not speaking on the investigation. They're not releasing anything. So there's not much I can speak on about it. But I do think that something's going to have to change, and I do think she needs to bulk up. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, she's 25. She's going to be 26, I want to say, this June. She's got a short window. Her window is closing, and it's closing fast. Iga Swiatek, guys, is she going to win number 4? I think she's got a good chance, but she's got to go through Elena Rybakina, someone she has not done well against. That's going to be a good match. But she gets past Elena Rybakina. I love the strategy that Wim is implementing. 70% of her first serve. She won 33% of Rybakina's first serves. She won 70% of her second serves. I think she's like 4 for 9 on breakpoint opportunities. Iga just played dominant today, guys, and I think Iga's look at the image. The Jordan fist bump with Elena Rybakina's image in the background. That is iconic. Guys, I'm concerned with Rybakina. Will she win another slam? Will she win? Will she defend Germany? Will she win another title this year? Will she drop out of the top 10? Will Stefanos come back? There's too much drama surrounding her camp, and I think it's affecting her play. We'll be back, guys. Iga Swiatek, victorious.